Welcome everyone to the Beans in a Pod podcast. This is part 2 of our 3-part series in France. I'm here with Jorge Bean. You guys know him already. He hosted the first one.
Yeah.
We have Marco Bean, aka Marco P.
That's me right there.
The little P, aka Chicharito Jr.
This kid right here.
And we have Jorge Bean.
How's it going?
Making his debut right now.
George, did you guys know that Marco had a brother? He's right here. That's him right there.
What'd you say, George?
No, I'm saying that his name is George.
Oh yeah, George.
A.K.A. Jorge.
Or Georgie, or Jorge.
If you guys couldn't tell, we got 2 brothers right here.
I don't think he's Georgie anymore. I think he's George now.
George.
Now that she's 19. I mean, now that he's 19.
Graduated to George. Next you're gonna be George Senior. Just kidding.
Pretty soon.
All right, yeah.
Never.
So we got 2 brothers in the middle, 2 brothers on the outskirts. So
Of Gary, Indiana.
I'm Gary, Indiana.
I would say me and Herman, we're only 3 years apart, you know. So our relationship is pretty tight.
Yeah.
How was your guys' relationship? How would you describe yours? Because you guys are a few more years.
8 years apart.
Well, I
years.
am.
There's a difference in you guys didn't get the same references that me and Herman would.
No, not really. Well, I just felt like I was more of the father type figure, you know.
Like you were a boomer?
Yeah. Like I would always try to guide him.
Would you get mad at Georgie for not knowing his generation of humor? Like, fuck, what does that mean?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes he says some stuff that I don't get, you know. Like a lot of TikTok references and stuff like that.
What I remember growing up from this kid.
Me or Georgie?
From you guys, me and Marco would already be 16, 17.
Yeah.
Georgie would be 10 or whatever. No, we'd be older, and Georgie would be 10 or 11 or 12. And then Georgie would say crap or ass. Or a swear word that's not really a swear word. And Marco gets so pissed, Georgie, you should be saying that. I just remember when me and Marco were 11 or 12, we'd say freaking even way worse stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, when me, Marco, and Fernando were kids, we were fucking little demons. We watched fucking porn. We were 8 or 9.
Yeah, so I remember you being hard on Georgie, with stuff like that.
Yeah, you know, you as an older brother, you always want your brother to be on the straight and narrow, you know. You always want to guide them and stuff. I guess that's where that kind of came from. I don't know.
You think it worked?
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
whatever.
I mean, look at him. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke.
I say Georgie's pretty clean.
Well, I kind of feel like he doesn't really do that around me. Around his friends, because I've seen Instagrams.
Well,
where you're featured with other people and you swear a lot.
Well, I mean,
okay, well, swearing's
it was eventually going to happen, but
no, I know, but the point is that you never want to swear in front of us. That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's because I already know how you are. So.
How?
What do you mean how? You're strict. So
stop fucking swearing.
Do you still get like that? Even though he's 19.
He was like that just a couple days ago.
No, I'm just joking though. At this point.
At the wedding, I said damn, and he just looked at me. He's like, he looked at me. He was like, "What'd you say?"
Damn.
Because I forgot what Herman said, but I forgot what the context was. And I said damn, and he just what'd you say?
It's darn.
But when it comes to drinking and smoking all these drugs, I'm not like that.
He's not about that at all.
You know, I'm an athlete. So
he's straight edge because of CM Punk.
I'm an athlete, so I like to keep my body clean.
Estelle's in the back, sorry.
What do you mean? Well, for what?
Because Jordy's yeah, you know, I'm an athlete.
He's like, I don't drink.
That's just
unlike you guys.
Well, you guys are past your guys' times. You guys don't really do
past
much.
our prime.
It's never too old to.
I'm 26.
It's never too old to join a professional soccer league.
I know, but I'm 27. I'm still in my prime, so
Dude, I would tell Fernando at age 26. I think I'm gonna go try out for a professional soccer team. They still thinking that I have a chance. They don't fucking.
And then you play against us and you suck it in your trash.
I would always say he's never too old.
I mean,
I know, getting too old.
With boxing too, you said that.
Boxing is still it's not that.
yeah, you can still join
yeah,
boxing.
boxing is still.
Yeah, you can definitely still box.
But I mean, at this point, you kind of if you were to join now, it would be you wouldn't really have that long of a career.
Yeah, I know, but I don't need a long career. I just need a.
I just need the money.
You'd be
I'm
0-26
not here
or
for a
what?
long time. I'm here for the good time.
You'd be
Unless you're
0-10.
like super naturally gifted,
I am naturally
it's gonna
gifted.
take like
No,
3
you're
years for
not,
you
dude.
to
Your
get-
reflexes are slow.
You haven't seen me in the ring, bro.
And it just takes one little punch to your liver, your fucked up liver, that you destroy with alcohol.
No, that's the thing though. It's already destroyed with alcohol, so it wouldn't even hurt.
Right.
It hurt worse.
That's how it works.
What the heck?
I think I have a lot of natural ability with stuff. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Well, it depends how dedicated you know,
You're definitely
go
more,
into it.
You're definitely more naturally gifted than I was.
Yeah.
Me and Marco are on similar levels here in terms of our brothers. We're always more naturally gifted than us, both physically
And you didn't get the good genes and stuff.
yeah, physically speaking.
Like now I got all the good genes.
So me and Marco relate a lot on that sense.
Yeah, I guess I suppose so. Yeah.
That's why you guys were so much more closer than I was. Like you and
No,
Fern-
what are you talking about? I'm close to you too.
No, I know. Like we were close, but like at the end of the day, you gravitated more towards Fernando because you were like you had the similar body types.
Well, I'm guessing because we weren't supposed together, no?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're
Her mom
we're
too,
1 year
but
apart.
yeah, you know, like yeah, I guess.
I was like the other kid that. Dude, I feel like I didn't really bully you guys.
Yo, yeah, right.
No,
Yeah,
no,
Robbie.
No,
That's such a lie.
that's what I was about to say. Is like, in my mind, in my memory, I feel like I didn't really bully you guys. But then looking back, I'm like, damn, I really did fucking.
Is that like that's like with you and Sanchez? You didn't see it as bullying, but
No,
You
but
saw
like,
us playing around.
yeah, especially with Georgie, dude. Like I told him already that I feel bad. I feel bad just looking back.
Really?
There was one time where we were going to take a trip to Texas, and it was going to be like me and my dad, Fernando, and it was going to
Wasn't it when you guys went to go watch the soccer game, the Mexico game?
No, because I was in Massachusetts.
That's in Massachusetts, yeah.
No, we were going to take a trip to Texas as like a family, but I thought it was just going to be like Marco, Narda, whatever, blah blah. And then I found out Georgie was coming, and I was trying really hard not to make him not come. I was like, why the fuck is Georgie going to Texas with us? Make a mistake.
Dude, honestly, I told him this last night. I was like, growing up, I hated Herman. I liked everybody else, just Herman I hated because he was always so mean to me. I didn't even do anything to him. Like, just him looking at me,
just
like
a kid, bro.
he just like him just seeing
The
me
thing-
just made him mad.
The thing is, Georgie, you didn't do anything when you were like past when you had conscious thoughts. You didn't do anything. You know what I mean by that? Conscious thoughts. But I was still hung up on before you had conscious thoughts as like a little kid, how fucking annoying you were. So I never gave you a chance to be
I
like.
was a kid.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Control myself.
I never gave you a chance to actually like show me that you were cool or whatever. I just automatically thought you were still gonna be like that annoying little kid.
Well, hopefully you think I'm cool now.
Yeah, Herman's an a-hole.
No, I do. I like nowadays. I like try to invite you more to like play with soccer with us and shit. But like I said yesterday too, like it was never really about you specifically. I've always just had like a thing with like younger brothers. Like I always hated when our friends brought their little brothers along, because it's just like little fucking annoying ass kids. Like we're trying to do our own thing, and you bring your brothers.
Like who else?
So what did you think about Fernando?
Well, Sam
you not
and-
like Fernando or what?
Oh, Sam Sergio.
Sam and Sergio, like I hated when Sam brought Sergio along, because he was like a high little voice. He was fat as fuck.
Nathaniel,
Like Hugo,
Jacob.
yeah, Nathaniel, Jacob. There was a lot actually.
But Hugo's cool, no?
No. I remember there's a video that I saw when I was looking for Marcos videos
Yeah.
where Hugo was hanging out with us and I was recording. And I was fucking bullying him in that video.
Really?
I'm like, Hugo, stop, you're not funny. But yeah. Wait, what'd you ask? You asked something right now?
Me?
Somebody asked something right now.
Oh, Georgie. Georgie asked if you hated Fernando then.
Oh yeah.
By that same logic, you know.
Well, the thing about Fernando is I felt like he was more, since he was closer to us, closer to my age. He was all right, but even back
Okay.
then, I still tried to make you not go to some things.
Our age.
Plus, you guys grew up together anyway, so like
Yeah, I guess so.
you guys were like friends, you know, even though you guys were brothers.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I also felt like I was doing it for the people. You know what I mean? Like if we were gonna hang out with Jose and Irving, and Marco was gonna come, I didn't want him to bring his little brother because I didn't want Irving and Jose to be like, fuck, why you bring
Right,
this
dude.
little?
Jose loved me.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize that at the time. I was too busy thinking
I'm
about.
just lucky no girls were ever there because they would love me too.
Dang.
Yeah, but like for example, us.
Yeah.
Me and my sister we're 5 years difference, you know.
Yeah.
And me and Georgie are 8-year difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
So I grew up more with Narda at first, you know. Of course, because Georgie wasn't born yet. And me and my sister had a pretty good relationship growing up, you know.
Yeah. She was kind of an A, but yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty-
But like the kiss of me and Georgie was more like a father or son type of thing. I feel like.
Dude,
But we did a lot of stuff together. No, we wrestled a lot. We played video games together. We did a lot of cool stuff. No.
I think you wrestled him a lot.
He always made me get into his videos, try and do like WWE moves and stuff.
Dude, I was gonna cry.
Dude, we fucking-
Yeah, and he would take it too far. He'd get mad. He'd actually hit me like
Yeah.
full on force, and it just like it was a bad day.
Dude, we would fuck Georgie up so fucking much. I'm surprised he's not brain damaged. Like there was one time where he was jumping on my parents' bed once. We were all just hanging out in my parents' bedroom. He was jumping on the bed, and there was like a little gap between the bed and like the closet, which had like mirrors.
Yeah.
Like the whole closet was a mirror, you know what I mean? One of those. And he was jumping, and right when he jumped in the air, I threw a pillow at him super hard, and I fucking knocked him back to the mirror, and he fell in between the edge of that. And I heard nothing. Like, we didn't hear any noise for like a couple seconds. And then I went to go look, and he was just staring at the ceiling. And as soon as he saw me, he started crying. And I was like, fuck.
There was this
I
one
thought he was
time.
dead.
There's this one time Marco thought he was Triple H, and like he did the jumping knee, it hit me right in the nose.
Oh my god.
And like I'm surprised he didn't break my nose, but it was like he was like full on force straight to the nose.
Dude, Fernando would do the fucking same thing. He would jump on my face with his ass. And I would like fucking squish my nose so hard. I'm like, fuck.
I have a question for you, Georgie. Though. You and Narda, you guys have like a 12-year difference.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your relationship with like with Narda? From your point of view.
At first we weren't close, but like after she started having like kids, like after Leslie, I feel like me and her started getting closer because, you know, she always asked me to babysit. And like that's basically what I did growing up. Was I usually just babysit her kids.
Yeah.
But me and her are super close.
Really?
Yeah. Well, since you're not there,
Yeah.
me and her started getting closer.
I sense
Really?
that.
Ever since you left, me and Narda started getting closer.
But like, you guys do stuff together, or you just basically just go over to her house to babysit?
Well, like usually, well, I don't really babysit anymore because that's Leslie's starting to babysit her kids.
Yeah, because she's older now.
Dude.
But
Oh, yeah, keep going.
But I usually just go over just to see like how she's doing, you know.
You guys eat together and stuff.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
usually
that's
she would just make food for the kids, and like I'll just go over to see how she's doing.
I feel kind of bad for Nara because I feel like she really wants to be a part of our lives still, but she can't really. You know, she doesn't really have that much time anymore and stuff.
6
Like she's always asking us to go to the Chinese buffet.
Well, yeah, but 6 kids. Imagine like.
It's hard. Yeah.
And I'm
What
like,
can
why
you
she-
do with 6 kids,
And I'm
you
like,
know?
why she always want to go to the Chinese buffet? Maybe something else for once.
She just really loves the Chinese buffet. Shout out to Narda if she's watching this, by the way.
Yeah, Nardo.
My older sister. Our older sister.
Nord of the A.
Narda the A. Narda the A.
I was gonna say Leslie's so weird to me. It's like how you see April, our cousin.
Yeah.
That's how I see Leslie. Like I don't know what the hell her whole
Dude,
deal is.
Leslie's weird to me. Don't worry, dude.
Leslie is weird in general.
Because I just don't know any of them. Like they.
I'm sorry, Leslie.
She's
Don't.
a very interesting personality.
She's probably gonna watch this and like, oh,
And every time I see Leslie in person, I'm like, damn, this Leslie's just freaking old now.
Really?
Like she's just.
She looks.
I'm surprised.
Dude, she's a teenager finally. She's 13.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
She's super dark.
Yeah, she's so old now. Yeah.
She's super dark though.
And
She looks just like her
she always
dad.
makes funny faces. I'm like, fuck.
no, she's
She's just like Narda in that sense, yeah.
That's
Leslie's definitely a character. She loves to dance. She's always in a good mood, you know. Leslie's actually a very positive person.
That's good.
I see Leslie as just like Narda. You guys don't see that?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's not too much.
She looks like her dad, but she got her mom's personality.
Yeah, Leslie just has a beautiful
Hopefully
personality.
she doesn't grow up too much like Narda. Because Narda was kind of like a bad person.
Well, they're very well. Narda and Antonio, his parents, are very strict on their kids, so
That's
they
good.
always expect like the absolute best out of them.
Both their parents are fucking bad, dude. Fucking Antonio's crazy.
Well, their dad's an A.
And Narda.
Antonio's in, you know.
He's the biggest A. And like
He's like one
he
of those
never jokes
strict-
around. He's always super serious.
That's scary, bro.
Yeah, he's like one of those strict.
It always seems like he wants to
Latin.
fight me.
like he's strict, but once he gets a few beers, that's when he gets scary. When he gets drunk, that's when he gets scary.
He's one of those
Because
guys.
he's very
Yeah,
unpredictable.
He's definitely one of those.
He's
people, you
he's
know.
super unpredictable.
Yeah, those guys you gotta watch out for.
I worked with his brother.
Jose.
Or I worked with him.
Where?
He got let go recently. At Itron.
Oh, you were there?
He was working there for a while. And as soon as I told him that I knew like Narda and Antonio and all them, he like got super close to me. He started like trusting me with more things. And he'll tell me a bunch of stories about him and Antonio.
Really? What do you say?
I mean, I don't want to say too much, but
Okay.
like some fight stuff. Definitely like the
bro.
whole stabbing story.
Oh my god.
Fucking-
The bar, the one at Club
Yeah.
87 or whatever.
Yeah, something like
Starfire
that.
or whatever.
It's just like so embarrassing. Like, why would he even like think about doing that? Like, come
What's stupid is that the way he told me is that he's the one that like instigated it. His brother.
His
Yeah,
brother got
I-
into a problem.
yeah, I
That's
think-
when Antonio
yeah.
came and saved him because there was like multiple people.
No, because there was multiple people that were attacking Antonio, and Antonio had a pocket knife. Like, you know.
Well, apparently the brother thought some guys were like looking at him weird, so he got scared. He's like,
Yeah.
Antonio came and just like right away started fighting with him, and like they were just probably. Like,
I guess like what a brother should do, no?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, but
I mean, you should probably assess the situation first.
Yeah, I guess.
If you just think they're looking at you weird and you start.
that's
Maybe they want to take a picture with
that's
me.
exactly. That's exactly how the fight at our quinceañera started.
Yeah, it was Antonio too, no?
Yeah, some guys walked in and they recognized Narda, so they were like that's Narda, and Antonio thought they were doing it to him. So he's like, "What the fuck are these guys looking at me like that for?" So he went up to them and started fighting.
Like, oh,
I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Thankfully, I don't remember that.
Yeah, you're really small.
I was too busy with those light up glasses that you guys have.
Oh yeah.
You remember
My
that?
favorite.
There's a
fuck?
picture. There's a picture of you somewhere.
I don't
You're like,
I think it's on Narda's or Mom's Facebook.
God, I wish I had a better memory, bro.
and then they had those stuff for your teeth, no?
No, that was
the
at Chuck E.
vampire,
Cheese.
the vampire teeth.
The picture you're talking about was at Chuck E. Cheese in Texas.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember. Like, I wish I remembered my quinceañera more, and a lot of
No, I
other
don't.
stuff. You don't?
It was the light up glasses and then getting lost in the back of Farm America in the cornfield.
Do you guys remember Narda's quinceañera at all?
I don't.
Yeah, I
was too young
remember.
for that
I
one.
remember a little bit of it.
That one was weird.
But I think that was like the first quinceañera that Musica ever had.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hers and Yanita's.
Yeah, but it was my sister's.
I don't remember Naruto at all either.
She's a
I remember
trendsetter.
a little bit. There's pictures, you know.
She's the trends.
The other thing I remember from that is she wanted me to be a chambelan,
Yeah.
and she put me with I'll bleep out her name. And that's when I had my first makeup with her.
Oh, really?
But yeah, Narda's was super ghetto. She had the most ghetto ass friends, dude, growing up.
Oh yeah.
I hated them all. They were so
Oh,
fucking.
you weren't the only one I hated.
Yeah. She had the most ghetto friends, man.
John Mendez, all those fucking gay ass people.
Like you do like the Mexican ghetto girls with the tattooed eyebrows.
Basically the
They
hot
go,
Cheeto.
they go all the way up here, like and shit.
They were the hot Cheeto girls.
Those were the hot Cheeto girls with the long nails and stuff, you know.
Yeah. The classic ghetto Mexican girl.
Yeah, those were the hot Cheeto girls.
And they were so troublesome, bro. Like we wanted to sleep. We went to sleep over at Marco's house.
Troublesome.
Yeah.
Calmate, Sanchez.
What else am I supposed to use for that? All right, think of another word for that.
What?
Think of another word for that.
For troublesome.
Delinquents.
You're very troubling. I don't know.
Delinquents.
Trouble causing?
They're
They're
so,
very annoying. I don't know.
they're so trouble causing. They're delinquents, and we would go sleep over at Marco's house just to hang out with Marco. You know, like be little kids, or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was a little older than you guys, so I was already like 13 or whatever. So she would bring me to her room instead of being with you guys, and she would like maybe hang out with them. You know, like the older kids.
I can imagine your mom like,
And I'm just like they're like.
You just sitting there like.
I wanted to go watch SpongeBob. And if I could, they just made me like hang out with them. They were like have like liquor and shit, and like I don't want to drink any of this. But I never really did. The only time I ever did it was when I was a little older, like 14 or 15. We were at Rigo's room with Narda and Tanya,
God.
and all those like.
with his loudspeakers always, he would always be playing rap
And
music.
they were
all the
smoking
time.
cigarettes, and they made me try it for the first time. I was like, and then I walked out, and they put some perfume on me, but I walked out, and Luis smelled everybody. He's like, you smell like burnt pancakes. I'm like, he smelled.
Dude,
like
I remember you could not go into Luis Castaneda's house without listening to like loud ass rap music, like 24/7.
because Rigo.
Yeah, because Rigo had like stereos,
Like gangster rap.
and he had a shit ton of CDs. You know what I mean? Like one of those like folders
Yeah.
with like the what's it? Those plastic stuff.
The
For all
dividers.
the CDs,
That's
yeah,
for
all the
CDs.
cassette dividers. for
CD
the
case.
Yeah, like 200 CDs.
Did you have a relationship with any of the Castanedas? Like the younger ones?
Me?
No, George?
Me?
Yeah.
With Hugo and Maribel. That was it. I didn't really hang out with the rest of them because
You don't hang out with them anymore, huh?
No.
Yeah, they're...
Well, me, I was just really just close to Luis. Bruno too, but more Luis.
Yeah,
you know,
Bruno was
'cause
me.
This is my same age.
It went down kind of a line. Bruno, I hung out with Bruno.
Yeah.
You hung out with Luis.
Yeah.
Bruno hung out with Hugo.
I had you on Luis.
Hugo and Luis.
You-
You were kind of in the middle.
I was usually hanging out with them because their mom used to babysit me all the time. So
yeah.
I was usually
Like,
always over
they
there.
were our neighbor.
Yeah, I was usually always over there. So.
Did they like you?
No.
Like, did they think you were cool or whatever?
No, that was annoying.
I think maybe say you, Marco.
Maribel was fucking just as annoying as fucking George was.
Who?
Maribel. She was super annoying as a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
You just sat there because you hate little kids.
Yeah.
She was just there living her
I
life.
just don't like
she
anybody
wanted-
who's not close to your age.
She would, yeah, whatever, I guess. I just don't like little kids, I guess.
I remember that because I was thinking back on that. Like, I remember we'd always be like, well, tag my bed, but she's just a little kid. Like,
She was just there.
she's just Bruno's sister. You can't do anything
And
about it.
Hugo, too. Fucking got here, Hugo. Dude, I fucking remember, I would make Hugo cry a lot, too.
Really?
Yeah, I would, like, bully him and push him down and shit. But then I get so scared that he would go tell
Dude,
him.
I remember like them. They would always fight with each other.
That's true.
But they would have like freaking like triple threat matches. Like it was like Hugo, Luis, and Bruno. And they were like punch each other like in the ribs and stuff. And they were like, "Pinche pendejo, güey, pinche pendejo."
Yeah, they actually they swore each other so much. Little money, baby.
And then freaking like, but poor Luis's mom, because she was alone, you know. And she's like, yeah, they're gonna be yeah.
Dude, that's why fucking my vet turned out the way she is.
Yeah.
She like swears all the fucking time and shit, and like she's so like aggressive.
Is it me or do they all have the same laugh? The
Yeah, the
little
same
wheeze laugh,
voice.
Same voice,
They
yeah.
have the same fucking
No,
voice.
laugh.
but Bruno has a very, very characteristic voice.
It's just the
No, I mean, very characteristic
same
laugh.
laugh.
Bruno.
Yeah.
He's always like,
That's what I'm saying. They all laugh like
no, but that's Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno for sure.
Bruno's the one that laughs like
that.
that.
They all have that same wheeze laugh.
Kind of, yeah.
Luis has it, yeah.
And the colita hair, oh my
Yeah, dude, that's.
Thank God that's all gone now.
Yeah, dude, thank God. Thank God
What
that's
was the
gone.
reason for that? They all had it.
I don't know. It's something with their dad. Their
Dude,
dad
watch Bruno give that to his son.
Dude, but Bruno barely got rid of it not too long ago, no? He was the last one to keep it.
I mean, it was still a little while back, like 2015 or something.
Really?
Maybe earlier.
But they just kept like a little triangle, no?
Little culita, yeah.
Hugo.
Dude, Luis was the first one that got rid of it. And I was so shocked when he got rid of it. I was like, dude.
This is the first one that kind of got out of that culture that they had,
The Castaneda culture.
the Castaneda culture. But they're like, that's because they're like from a village in Mexico that they didn't really have a lot of access to like cultural.
Yeah,
like,
they
I
were
mean, like,
really,
pop
they were
culture
really
stuff,
set in,
you know?
set in their ways, really.
Yeah.
They were like super
They
very
didn't really pop
cultural.
culture
Going
stuff.
yeah, going to Bruno's house, you couldn't like.
The only thing you knew really was Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee.
Yeah, no.
You
Dude, I
couldn't-
remember
You
like
couldn't make any references because they didn't get anything.
I've seen like some of the earlier pictures that we all have together as kids,
Yeah,
and we all just dress modern. You know what I mean? Like soccer jerseys, just regular clothes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you see them with like freaking like jeans, like dress up shirts,
Yeah.
freaking shirts tucked in with freaking belt like cowboy.
They're kind of weird now that I think about it.
Cowboy belt buckles, you know?
They're like the Mexican Mormons.
Yeah.
Or not Mexican Mormons,
Amish.
Mexican Amish, yeah.
It's like Fernando with the soccer jersey, me with just regular clothes, her mom with regular clothes, and then in the middle Jose
We just had
with the
regular
freaking
street
belt
clothes.
buckle.
Yeah, we never slept over at their house, huh?
No, because we never could. They never let us.
allowed.
We did a couple times.
It was like so rare.
It was weird, bro.
Yeah, it was really rare. But we were just playing like PS1 and stuff, no?
Yeah.
And watch Chuck Norris at their house
And
and stuff.
they weren't allowed to sleep over barely.
No. Yeah, they were really
They were
like a really
they're like,
traditional
we can
family.
leave.
You know?
We can leave
I mean,
at 1 a.m.
we kind of had some people like that. Like Irving was rarely allowed to sleep over
Yeah.
at places.
Yeah.
No, but the Castanedas were really like a very traditional family, really, growing up.
Sometimes I feel like it's because Irving didn't want to.
That could have been.
yeah, true.
That could have been too. That could have been too. Who knows?
Who was the best place to sleep over at? Wait, why are we talking? We should do more Georgie stuff too, because we're gonna be talking about.
No,
this
it's
with
fine.
Marco.
I'm enjoying
Or
this.
Marco.
We're gonna be talking about this more with Marco.
Marco's house is good to sleep over.
Which
But
one?
I don't remember.
Because I moved around a lot.
Why
As
is
a
it-
Any of them?
Why is it that when I remember sleeping over at Marco's, I never remember Georgie?
No, but my
You never want to be around me.
Because I forced them to go to...
You would probably make me just stay in the room the whole time.
Some of my favorite memories were at the house that you guys had by Hartley.
It's like old.
Yeah, that was like very, very,
Which
very a long time ago.
Hey, hold on. Before we go to that, do you remember Georgie, when you were at our trailer once? And you were just becoming so much of a menace that we had to tie you up onto a chair? With like
No.
with like sábanas. Do you remember that?
No.
And you were just like, it was
Dude,
crazy. Man.
I remember one time I was passing by and like you guys lived at that one corner house right next to the right in Vista right next to the big field or whatever.
Yeah.
And I stopped at your guys' house when you guys lived there, and your mom opened the door and I asked for a water bottle, and you were in the kitchen, and I saw you and you were like looking at your mom. I was like, don't do it, don't do that. I'm like, it was just a water bottle.
No fucking way. I was that bad.
Dude, and then her mom was charging up. Was like,
after your mom gave me the water bottle and closed the door, I could just hear you yelling at your mom to like, why'd you give him the water?
Really?
He has a house. It's like,
Why did you come to our house for water?
yeah, I lived on the other side of Vista Village.
At that point, you were like, wasn't that when you were still here?
No, we lived with Julia at the time.
Do you know why? You know how I would do that to you? Because I would have bad memories of Marco coming to our house for no reason. Like Marco would come out of nowhere, like at fucking.
I found out when to play.
Like at 9 p.m. when we were like getting ready for bed.
Yeah.
He would come to our house, go to our room, take one of our toys, and be like, "I'm gonna take it home." And we're like, "What the fuck?"
But the only reason I did that is because the only reason I ever did that is because I always wanted to go see your parents because I really liked your parents. Like I loved your parents.
Well, they fucking,
I just didn't like you because you were always so mean.
Me and Herman grew up really stingy though.
And I never
I never saw up with like the cool toys and stuff. I didn't. I grew up more on the
We hated sharing, especially food. We hated sharing.
Dude, me and Fernando would fucking get mad at each other for food stuff. Like if the pizza was a little bit not even, we would fucking fight. We would fight over who gets the bigger
Fight
piece.
at Walmart because
Dude, we were happy when we had pizza.
we'd fight at Walmart because her mom would buy chips and like beef jerky, and I would buy chips and like another bag of chips because I don't like beef jerky. And her mom's like, "Why do you get 2 bags of chips?" I'm like, "Yeah, the beef jerky." He's like, "So that's separate."
See,
No, but I wanted you not to buy the big chips, so I'd have to pay more.
No, you know what?
See, Marco would do the same thing, but in a different context. We would grab 2 big bags of chips, and then like he would like measure out which would have more bags, like which would have more chips, and be like, "All right, you get the one with the less."
Yeah. And Jorge would get so mad, like, no, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
I'm like, if you're gonna do that, might as well give me the one with the more chips. Like if you're gonna go out
you
your
mix
way to
chips,
do it,
right? You'd mix like Takis and hot Cheetos or something.
No,
Is that what you guys did?
Jorge
No,
does more.
he would get 2 bags of the same chips.
Oh.
But if he would measure which one had more chips,
I see.
like he'd squeeze the
Because
bag.
you know how it's all,
opening it?
because you know how it's all layer.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So he would just squeeze the bag to see which one had more chips and which
So
whatever
you were
one
kinda
had
like a
less he would
sinner.
give to me.
We're
Yeah.
so fucking fat.
That's what fat people do. Dude, normal people don't even give a
It's
care
like,
about that.
Dude, big bags of chips. They're already in huge bags.
like I don't understand if it was like the one time, but every single time he grabbed a bag of chips, he'd measure.
It's probably like 1 or 2 chips difference. But we still.
But you know what Jorge used to do? Jorge used to, when the hot Cheetos grab tahini and just go.
Dude, I do that.
Dude,
That's just awesome.
That's why
Shake
you
the
fucking.
bag.
I can't even eat regular hot Cheetos anymore. I have to have something. Now my favorite is the extra hot ones.
Those are so good, but those are really spicy actually.
That's why
I'm
you
not
have
gonna lie.
like I can eat the whole bag, no problem. I just like my stomach would hurt right after.
Yeah.
Those ones are actually kind of too spicy.
That's why I only eat them on a weekend.
I like that.
But I can stay home.
My favorite ones are the limon ones. Those are my top favorite
I feel like
chips.
those are kind of overrated, man.
No, you put tahini in that one, it's over.
I just
It's
like
over.
I just like the original.
How's
Those are my all-time favorite.
it looking, Estelle?
How many minutes?
29. You want to just
Imagine none of it recorded.
press the red button? Okay, so yeah, the fucking.
We grew up selfish. You guys always shared your stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we shared, you know.
You
we didn't really
were
care.
definitely more like sharing family.
Yeah.
Well, I
But-
mean, whenever we grew up, whatever he got, I would get the same thing. It was like we always grabbed.
I
The
remember
same
it
thing.
was a big problem when you guys stayed at our house, at our trailer, not our house. For some reason, you guys lived at our trailer for like months.
There
a couple
would
months
be
or something.
moments when you guys lived with us.
No, there's moments where
And that's when it would get bad because Narda was there too,
Yeah.
living with us. and Herman didn't want to share any pop, and I was like, "Why buy it if you can't drink it?" Herman's like, I remember she kept saying that was like her thing because Herman never wanted to give her anything.
That's because she would take a fucking shitload, dude. She would take like three every hour.
That's when I remember me and Herman kind of were like.
See, I remember ever living in the trailer with you guys.
There was points, Marco, where me and Herman didn't really like you that much.
Really? Like,
Especially when you came back from Texas, you turned into a whole different person.
Dude, yeah.
Texan Marco's a fucking dude.
Well, because I went down there, I learned like a whole new different lifestyle. Like I learned a lot of stuff over there.
And you come back and be like, bitches gringos. Because we talk our normal Minnesota way. You freaking.
I will admit that was pretty cringe.
You came back like a little thug, dude.
I ain't gonna lie, I do look back
That's
at that
when
time.
I got introduced to SPM.
I do cringe a lot when I look back at those times, man.
That was A.
I'm not like that anymore, though. Of course.
Yeah, well, yeah. You
Best friend Esteban.
were more impressionable back then.
Really, man. Well, what about you, Herman?
What about me?
What sparked the change? Because now you're a completely different person.
In what way?
You're more open. You're more friendly. You know.
You're not in your room.
You're more down to do stuff.
Party.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess a big part of it was when. Well, I guess in high school, I was more afraid of just like disappointing my parents. You know.
Really?
Like I didn't want to drink and shit because I didn't want them to get disappointed.
Because they never drank in front of us, so we didn't know.
They were always like, they just did a really good job of like making an impression of like how
Like
what's good and what's bad. You know, what's good and what's bad. And I would like be good at not breaking that. You know.
Right.
Like peer pressure would not get to me and shit.
Yeah.
And then once I got out of high school and I went to college, I guess I started kind of getting more, you know, more out there and open. But I was still pretty reserved. Like in college, I would still be quiet and stuff, you know. You know how quiet I was in high school?
Yeah.
And after my mom passed, there was like a huge moment, of like 2 years or so, where I literally didn't do anything. I was just at the house, like.
We were at the Casey's house all day.
Casey's house, like, shut in. No, we lived at the Kyle's house for a while, too. We didn't do anything.
Which one?
There was like another house that we lived in with Jose for a little bit.
Yeah, that blue one?
Yeah,
the one that had the messed up porch?
It was by Hartley, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the first house we got when my mom passed was the one where we all lived in.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
By the lake.
Yeah, with your dad, yeah.
By the lake?
Yeah, by the lake.
That's the version of Herman I hated the most.
That's when you were consciously hating him.
Yeah.
Dude, every time I would go to your guys' room just to see what you guys were doing, Herman would get so mad at me.
I was in a different state of...
He was in his room 24/7.
I was like in a weird state of like depression that I didn't realize. Like I just hated everybody, you know, like I hated being around everybody.
And like I would see Fernando every day because he'd give me a ride to school in the morning in the Tahoe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can go. It's no problem.
When I would drive without a license or anything, without a permit.
You said you were in a weird state of depression or what?
I think I didn't know at the time, but I guess I was like in a weird, like a different state of depression. Not just like your typical where you're like sad all the time.
Yeah.
It was just more like deep anger, I guess.
Really?
You were more closed out to the outside world.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, dude, remember Sam? Remember, like, when I had this moment where I fucking hated Sam, too?
Really? Yeah.
You brought Sam over once, and I'm like, why the fuck is he here?
But yeah, because we used to work at Brown together.
Yeah.
And so after work, you're like, hey, what do you want to do? You want to do something? Yeah, sure. Let's
that was for different reasons. Sam kind of pissed me off.
I think one time you guys like tried pranking Herman or something.
Well, that could have been. Because we knew that Herman had a really short fuse.
You came to his room and while he was sleeping. I forgot what happened.
Wasn't it the whipped cream stuff or whatever?
Yeah, whipped cream.
You guys were whipped creaming people? And then you guys tried coming into my room, and I fucking like blew out at you guys. Like,
you got pissed.
Rage. Get out! Get the fuck out of my house, you fucking piece of shit. I fucking hated living with Marco because.
Dude, and then you changed the Wi-Fi on us.
Bro, he did that like 10 times.
But that's because I was playing League and you guys were fucking it up.
But like from my point of view, like the last like 2-3 months that we did end up living, you got better though. Cause you'd always invite me up to your room to watch a movie.
And like, in that house?
Yeah. Cause remember the time we watched Mama and then like we went to Quick Trip and got candy.
Oh, Mama, yeah, I remember that.
Like
yeah.
toward the end of it, you got better.
I mean, there were some moments where I was like cool, like I wanted to watch movies and shit. Movies were definitely one of the things that I enjoyed having people.
That's kind of like more of your escape, no?
We watched some scary movies that wasn't even scary. It was funny the whole time.
Movies and video games.
There was the one part in the middle of the Mama movie that just had us cracking up because the wig that was just crossing the hallway. Yeah. We were just laughing.
What about you, Fernando? On that during that time, what was your mindset like?
I don't know. I think I was just trying to get through senior year because that was my senior year of high school.
See, honestly, I never saw Fernando when we lived in the house.
I remember that's when I was
Because he had his own room where he never left either.
Yeah.
And
I was
there's
looking at Pizza Ranch there. At that
But
time.
like, he was usually never home either, too. He was always gone.
I remember when I pranked Fernando. I went to go hide in your closet, and then you went to sleep and started making noises. What the heck? What is that?
Yeah, I don't even think I noticed you.
Well, anyways, to finish like how I changed, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't stay for too long, because who knows what I would have done. You'd be like, this is awkward.
That would have been fucked up.
I think at that time is when I was like hanging out with Caesar and Paco a lot, so I was.
Oh yeah, dude, you were kind of annoying during that time.
I was
man.
never at the house.
Yeah,
Okay,
those are terrible times. I hated fucking Paco and Caesar
Really?
for changing my brother so much. Yeah. Well, when we were in the Casey's house, in front of the Casey's house, and the house got flooded, and we were forced to.
Dude, that was such a terrible time for you guys, man.
Yeah. Have we told that story in the podcast?
No, I don't think so. No.
We have.
Well, we lived in this house. Okay, so we really fucked up when we were in that house that we lived in. Mm-hmm. Like we had like 2 or 3 months where we didn't pay rent.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah.
they were pretty much kicking us
My
out.
dad was terrible with money.
It was just a terrible time
But
for
at
you
the
guys.
same time, like we kind of fucked him up. Fucked him up. For
And
that.
we weren't. I was working at Pizza Ranch for like a little bit. Herman didn't work at all.
I had a long stretch where I just did not want to work.
It was just probably the depression too, no?
Yeah, I think so. And we had to like leave that house that we were all living in.
Yeah.
She almost called the cops on us, no?
She called the cops on us afterwards when we were moving out.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
my dad took the fucking dryer. Because he thought my dad thought that in the contract.
Yeah, I remember that.
My dad thought that in the contract the dryer was his. Like we got the dryer and the washer. So he's like, well, I'm just gonna take the dryer because we don't really need the washer. And then a fucking cop came to our house, to Mitio Chacho's house, like the one that in front of Casey's.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, we're gonna have to arrest your dad if he doesn't return the dryer. And my dad was trying to make me explain that he thought it was his, you know, but we couldn't prove it, so we had to return it. And he was fine. Everything was fine, whatever. But anyways, that house in front of Casey's, it was my uncle's house, and
That you guys used it, no?
yeah, he let us basically live there for free. Like we paid like $300 a month or something, not even $250, whatever we could really. But then fucking one year in our hometown, should I say it? Fucking, I mean, I don't know. I won't say it.
We've already said it so many times.
Our hometown had like a really bad flood.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
on the news and shit. Like it was really bad. And our house was kind of like on a weird hill, that like under hill, whatever. The water flowed to the house. And the fucking morning of the flood, our neighbor was cutting the grass, and all the fucking grass was covering the man, like the sewage hole that water would flow into. Mm-hmm. So it got blocked off. So then the water was flooding even higher, and it got into our house or whatever. And the house is kind of old, like the stone in the basement was already cracked.
And
The
didn't someone
foundation
tell
of
us
the-
about like getting
Yeah,
bags, sandbags or whatever.
we were warned about the cracks. Like we should probably like get this fixed before something happens or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know us, we're not gonna fucking listen. We're retarded. And that night that it was flooding, me and Fern were just kind of chilling in our rooms, and we just heard like a giant crack, like that's something fucking hit our house.
It was kind of like earthquakey, yeah.
Yeah, we like heard
the house shook.
everything
Oh,
was
you guys
shaking.
were there when that happened.
Yeah.
And we're like, what the fuck was that? We got out of our rooms and we started like investigating. And then we opened the basement door, and we just heard like a lot of rushing of water.
Holy
Like,
shit.
We were like down there and everything was just fucking like floating up. And we're like, fuck. We're like, we didn't unplug everything, you know, because if it goes up, then it's gonna hit the electricity and like soon over.
Yeah.
But before the basement, there's like an outside door that all the water was rushing out of. So it never reached like our level. So we were just kind of there, like we were kind of worried about like if the house would collapse or shit. And the whole time we were kind of just wondering like where the fuck our dad was, because he wasn't there.
He was working, no?
No, he wasn't working. The whole time that the house was flooding, he was across the street at Casey's just watching the house.
He was just parked there.
Because he was hanging out with Barbara, you know, or his girlfriend at the time, not his wife.
Yeah, they were just talking.
They were just talking, hanging out, and
But they were together. They weren't together at that point, no?
they were seeing each other at that point.
Oh, okay.
But they obviously like they weren't there, so they didn't know that it was flooding. They were just kind of like watching, like hanging out, watching.
We tried calling him so many times.
Yeah, we tried calling him and he wouldn't answer and shit. And like, we were just confused. So and then we finally went outside to like go to the truck because we were afraid that the house was gonna collapse. And we were just gonna chill out at the house. And we had 2 dogs at the time too.
Yeah,
so it was just me, Fernando, and the 2 dogs, and we were just trying like we were super scared out of our minds, like what the fuck were we gonna do, you know?
I just had my DS.
And then we noticed the fucking other car was at the gate, so we went over there. Our dad was just looking at us like, "What's up? Like, what's going on?" And we had to explain everything.
What do you say? Ahí voy para allá.
He was just like, "Oh, okay, pues quédense en el carro, you know, we'll figure it out later, you know." Like, we couldn't really go anywhere, I guess.
Plus, you guys could not go back into that house anymore, no? Once the TV came and stuff, right?
We did sleep there.
We slept there that night, and then the next day, someone inspected it.
And said we couldn't stay there.
And he's like, "No, you guys cannot stay here anymore." Like,
and that's when you guys went to your Tia house, no?
So
after?
we took what we had left. Took it to my Tia's house.
We lost a lot of shit.
Did my dad stay at your house? I didn't stay.
Yeah, I think he stayed with us for a bit.
One night he stayed in the car, and then one of our cars there, and
dude, that was just a terrible time though, because I remember like I would go every once in a while, and you guys did not have electricity.
Yeah, we had trouble paying the internet, the electricity, the fucking
like I would just go there like at 5 p.m. and it was completely empty. It was completely dark. I mean,
we would have to do the hot water and the stove thing to shower,
and that was our fault because
and you guys would just sit there like in the dark.
Man, I was the only one working. Her mom wasn't working.
Yeah, that was our fault.
What was that like though? Just like the whole.
We like learned to live with it. You know, I would like download videos. Luckily, we had to go to my dad's room, or I guess it was your room, Fernando's room, and literally right at the edge of the window, we would be able to use somebody else's Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi, yeah.
So we would download videos just to watch them in our rooms in the dark.
That was it. I was at South Central at that point.
We bought like little.
So I didn't want to go to school and work. I don't know why her mom didn't work.
Because I don't know. I just was stupid. We bought like these little like battery lights that we would like hang up on the walls.
Oh really? Okay.
Where you press
at least that makes it better.
You press it and it turns on.
We prepared for when we wouldn't have electricity because we knew it was gonna happen.
Anyway, after that, we were forced to move. Me and Fernando were forced to live on our own after that. Like our dad was like, "Okay, we're gonna get you guys a place." After I started living alone with Fernando, that's when I felt like I needed like.
That was Kyle's house, right?
Yeah, that's when I like started working at Itron.
Yeah.
And I started like getting money and like started realizing that I had to like be an adult finally, you know, and like do my own shit.
That's when the work life started. That's when the work life started.
Yeah, and then somehow we still went backwards again after that.
Wait, because you guys couldn't manage money, or like what happened?
No, because we fucked up because we were gonna get a trailer, and it was gonna be like a nice trailer, and we had already told Kyle, the landlord, that we were gonna leave, so he didn't want to give us more time, you know, to stay.
Yeah.
But something fucked up with the trailer we were gonna get, so we had to get another trailer last minute, and it was like a super shitty one that we had.
that blue one.
Yeah.
That was for $1,000.
Dude, I was fucking.
I mean, ours costed that much.
Ours was like $1,000 too, and I told Estelle that, and she's like so shocked.
That's super cheap or what?
Yeah, it's super cheap, dude.
Ours came with no floors.
So in Canada, if you want to buy a trailer, they're like at least like 100K.
Damn.
Jesus.
I'd rather have no floors than floors that had cat piss and cat shit everywhere.
Not even kid you don't.
What?
Having all floors is way worse.
You can literally see like the grass below.
You don't know what the hell's gonna come up to your fucking house.
You can see all the piping and
No,
stuff.
but what we were afraid of was like all the fucking outlets were fucked.
Where at that first?
At that house when we first got there, there were spider webs everywhere.
Yeah.
The house is fucking crazy.
It's like cigarette.
It smelled like cigarette.
Well, that's the worst place you guys lived at, you think? Or?
Probably, yeah.
The toilet was literally like
The toilet was the sunken in.
sunken in.
What was the worst part about living there?
Everything, the whole bathroom.
The kitchen was pretty fucked
The
up.
sink didn't work.
Oh, we had no kitchen. Yeah.
We had no kitchen.
Why did I buy a freaking like little oven?
Yeah, we had no kitchen. We used styrofoams the whole time we were there. Styrofoam cups.
We had no plate. Yeah.
we literally got to the gutter, no?
We were in the freaking trenches, bro.
Dude, we were literally in the trenches.
Were you in that house, George? Did you
Yeah,
remember that house?
I almost fell through the bathroom floor because you guys didn't tell me that it sank in, and like right when I stepped, like it caved in a little more. I was like, oh.
And then it would suck because it wouldn't even like flush all the way. Like the plumbing was ass, so I would like flush it, and then my caca would go up, and then it would come back up.
I hated that, dude.
Dude, the trailer that we
Sometimes
lived
for
in.
now. Oh, sorry. Huh?
That last trailer that we lived in. The one that was like kitty corner to Dylan Carlson's house. The one that we recorded the ghost hunting video in.
Was behind.
Yeah, dude, that house was super trash too.
Really?
Yeah.
There was holes everywhere, and when it was cold, like it would come in. And I would always be super cold at night.
I remember that.
There was no insulation at all.
Dang.
I remember the first time we saw that house, the blue house, the shitty one, and we saw how everything was like not working right and whatever. We went back to the house because we were still there for a couple more nights. And I was just so fucking depressed that we were gonna have to live there that I almost started fucking crying in front of my dad.
Really?
I was like, God damn, I can't believe we have to fucking do this. We had to compromise. Because the other trailer that we were gonna get, the lady wasn't ready yet, and we had to leave that night, you know, to...
What did your dad say when he did?
He's just like,
started crying?
No, I didn't actually start crying, I almost did. But I was just like, you guys are gonna have to like, just to try to, not suck, he didn't say suck it up, he was just gonna like, you guys can do it, you guys will be fine, or all that
Make
crap.
do with what you have.
Yeah, basically.
Well, what's it like living together for the first time?
He was like, I'm gonna fix everything up for you guys, don't worry. What?
And he never did?
No, he did. He did the outlets right away. He fixed the outlets because that's like the most important thing.
But the next trailer you guys ended up getting was super nice.
No, but hold up. But how was it like you and Fernando living together for the first time?
Well, we lived in the first time together in Kyle's house, the house before.
What was that like?
Yeah, it was fine. It was just, like me and Fernando, as long as we
expected,
as long as we had each other, we felt like we were fine, like.
That's what you expected from us: frozen food, chips.
Basically, yeah.
Instead of going to school, we just went to work.
Yeah, Jose was living with us at that house for a little bit.
Yeah. No, but a little side note about my trailer.
Yeah.
Like that trailer was so trash to the point where the electricity would always go out.
Oh, okay.
Because you didn't pay it, or just because it's...
No, wait, just like
it would just go out.
Yeah, the electricity was just so trash.
The breaker was so bad.
Yeah, I remember once I was taking a shower.
Yeah.
And the electricity went out. I got so scared. I put my clothes on. I ran to your guys' house.
You were there alone, or what?
Because you were alone because that trailer was super creepy too.
I remember that.
And it was so creepy because my mom would work nights, and I had to take care of Georgie,
I would say that's why I like sleeping at your house, because your mom worked nights.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and I would always fall asleep with the TV on.
We were there a lot though.
I hated that.
I would always fall asleep with the TV on.
Yeah.
And I would always get waking up by those creepy commercials. If you have asbestos or something.
Isn't that the house where that like vacuum guy came in or came to your house?
No, that was at the apartment in Molino. On top of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The apartment guy.
No, but you know that commercial.
Flashlight guy.
That commercial. That guy's voice always creeped me out. If you have mesothelioma.
I remember that one. That one. Yeah, I remember that one. But there was another guy that came, or it was a girl or something with a vacuum that she wanted to sell.
That was at the trailer that we live at now.
Yeah, that's still the same trailer.
The trailer that Georgie lives in now.
Oh,
that's
one?
where that happened.
Oh, damn.
What vacuum? Girl?
You know those Kirby vendors? You know those vacuums? The Kirby vacuums?
Which one?
You know those door-to-door salesmen? Mm-hmm. They like knock at your house and then they want to sell you those expensive vacuums.
Yeah.
You start on second.
Well, they say that the people that sell them are like being forced to sell them by like people that are blackmailing them and shit.
It's really weird because
so that's why they're so aggressive about trying to sell them.
Yeah. It's really weird because they knock at your house, and like they force themselves into your house with like a air freshener. Like, hey, you want this air freshener? And then they just like force themselves inside your house.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
hold on. Let's just finish. So after that shitty ass trailer that we had,
yeah,
it was amazing to go to Mankato, get that Mankato house.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna go to.
Oh, sorry.
To finish like, because this is all started when he asked me like, how did I change or whatever.
Right.
Actually, when we were living in that house, I finally like sat down with Luis Garcia, and we finally like decided, we are gonna live together.
But how did you start talking to Luis Garcia out of nowhere?
No,
how did you guys get close?
We've been talking for like a long time before that.
Oh, okay.
Since they first started playing League.
Since I went to college in South Central, I was playing League of Legends.
Oh,
I was playing with Luis and Sam and all them. We always talked about getting a house together, like a gaming house, like where we got together and did stuff. So we finally decided we were going to do it, and we were going to get me, Luis, Sam, Fernando, and Jose.
Yeah.
But like how Sam was, he fucking backed out of it right away.
Yeah, because Sam has always lived with his parents.
Jose was too busy fucking paying for his Jeep and shit that he couldn't afford it, so he didn't want to live with us. So I was just Fernando, and we had to figure out who else to get,
Yeah.
So we were asking everybody, and then we asked Joanne. So she decided to live with us at the Mankato house, and that is where I started like decided to come out and like start drinking and like. I remember the first time I started drinking, I got drunk was at Santiago's house and with Sergio and them. Mm-hmm. And I did the typical thing that you do when you first start drinking. I fucking started crying for no reason. I was like, I don't know.
That was still at the trailer though.
Oh yeah.
Because I met Shy when we still lived at the trailer for like.
Oh yeah, that's true. So I guess in the trailer, but I wasn't drinking as much still. It wasn't until I got to Mankato and we started going out to the bars and shit, where I got super fucking like into party life and stuff.
Yeah.
I met a bunch of like people from Mankato that I would party with, because through Lisa's girlfriend, the one that you remember.
Yeah.
Lisa's friends.
Yeah.
Lisa's ex.
In fact, I would hang out with them without Lise a lot of times.
Oh, really?
It would just be me and sometimes Joanne too, and we would go out drinking and stuff. And I was getting super into that. So that's basically where I started getting more open. And just, I'm still the same. Like I still get angry with shit, you know.
But not as much anymore, man. Honestly.
But not as much. Like
You control your anger better now.
Yeah, I guess the only time now that when I get angry is when I'm playing video games.
And Fernando, for example, he's still a person that never really gets angry.
He gets angry in a different way though.
Yep.
Yeah,
I've
never heard him raise his voice or like yell like in my life.
He'll just like stay quiet.
I feel like he's like when he gets mad, he just like turns around and walks away.
I get angry. Yeah, I shut down when I get angry.
Yeah, he just shuts down and fucking doesn't want to say anything.
Rick, don't make me angry. You're making me mad.
I pull out the trench coat.
Jesus Christ, man, that's so messed up.
So yeah, that's our living situation. I want to hear about your guys' though. Like, what houses do you remember, George? What? Because your guys is also kind of like you guys have some shitty places.
Dude,
you guys switched around a lot too.
Yeah, dude, we moved around a lot of times.
Yeah. So the first house that I always remember for me is the trailer next to Luis's.
Yeah, that's basically where we grew up. That's basically where we grew up.
That one's scary, dude. I remember at last sleepovers where I could not fucking sleep all night.
Yeah.
Because of fucking Naruto stories.
Honestly, I don't really remember that trailer.
Well,
No, because
I was still too young for that trailer.
You were basically a baby when we lived in there.
Dude, that trailer though, like, just the layout of it, the feeling of it, the vibe of it was all like creepy.
Really? What?
Yeah. I don't know if it was because of Naruto stories, like I said, but there would be nights where we would sleep over, and even for an hour, just fucking fall asleep right away. Like by 12, you guys were asleep.
Yeah.
And I would like beg you guys to stay up with me, because I would literally like as soon as you guys fell asleep and started snoring and shit.
And then Naruto would play Truth or Scare on the TV.
Oh yeah, that's what really fucked me up is what Naruto would play and shit.
And Mystery Hunters and stuff.
So that I would like hear like it would be the trailer just like creaking and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But I would hear like taps and like creaks and stuff. And it would just scare the shit out of me.
Well, my mom saw shadows all the time there.
And if I fucking what?
My mom, she saw shadows all the time there.
Yeah, that's the thing is like just hearing shit like that.
Yeah.
Made me be like, if I had to take a piss that night and you guys were asleep already, I was holding that fucking bitch in until the fucking morning.
Yeah.
Because I would not want to go to the fucking restroom unless do you remember ever me forcing you to wake up to go with me to the restroom?
Yeah, I remember. That was so annoying.
I did that shit all the time.
You're like, just go on.
Let's go on. Like, fuck. Let's go. Like fucking have a sleepwalking over there.
No, but I remember at that house, my mom saw shadows so much to the point where she went to the Catholic church to ask somebody to come over to bless the house.
Oh yeah.
And I remember he would bring like his water stick. You know how they have those water sticks?
Yeah.
He would just go to every corner of the house and be like, and he would do like a little prayer like that to the house.
Oh yeah.
And then he'd be like, $500, please.
He's like, the evil spirits are gone. Dude, yeah, it's so crazy, man.
Where'd you guys go after that?
After that was
the
trailer behind Everardo's house, no? Or
I think
an apartment first.
The very first house that I remember was Tia Maria's house, the one with the pool.
No, I think after that, we went to the apartment block. That's by the mile at Hartley. Remember when we lived there?
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Wait, where was that?
That's where we went when Nathaniel once or Marvella, and then the circus guy came, the guy from the fair.
Yeah, it was around the fairgrounds.
He what?
He like came. He asked us if we had weed or something. We were like,
"Fuck, I do not remember that house." Next
to
Hartley.
Me, you, Mike, and Nathaniel.
Yeah.
We went to the woods, Marco. We saw a condom on the.
Yeah, I remember that, but I don't remember the house.
It's an apartment.
Yeah,
Was that the apartment where Narda left like the CD case on top of the heater?
No. That's on top of El Molino.
No.
I'm not remembering that one.
It was by Hartley. It's like 2 apartment blocks. Like 2 apartment blocks. It's literally like right next to the mile.
You had to go up the stairs.
Yeah.
Like metal staircase.
Damn, I can't.
Yeah,
remember
that's where we lived after that. I think.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wish I had a better fucking memory.
But there we lived with Mateo Yesi.
Oh, I do. I remember that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking
I
about.
think that's where
I
we
hated
lived
Mateo
after.
Yesi.
Yeah, dude, he was such an A to us at that time.
Not me.
You didn't go to Texas first?
Not Georgie. Huh?
You didn't go to Texas
I'm
first?
pretty sure we went to Texas
Yeah, no, we
first.
went to
'cause
Texas first.
That's
Yeah.
where my first memories of like growing up was.
Yeah, we went to Texas first. First we went to Houston.
Yeah.
And then we stayed there for like a year, I think.
Yeah.
And then after that, we went down to the valley. And that's where I really...
That's where you changed.
Yeah.
You became an A.
That's where I guess I became an A in your eyes, right?
Yeah.
And I think we stayed
Isn't
there
that
for
where you
like-
had this?
almost a year.
Isn't that where you had this gang?
No, that was in Houston, but whatever. I don't want to talk about that. Anyway.
You're not affiliated anymore?
No, of course not. I never was. I was just for that stupid picture. It was just for that stupid picture because they peer pressured me.
What
Like, hey, come on, let's form a little gang. Let's do some gang signs and take pictures. That was basically the end of it.
if those guys now did like a really bad crime where they had to go to jail and they found that picture and they associated you with
I'll
it?
be there.
And you'd be like, fuck.
Yeah, wasn't that when you had a best friend Esteban?
Huh?
What was the name?
Yeah, oh yeah, that was in Houston though, yeah.
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 You kept saying he looked like me or whatever.
No, that was a different situation.
Oh, okay.
That was a different situation, but
So
Where'd you live, Mission or McAllen?
no, I'm like Mission, yeah.
when you moved back, that was the apartments that you moved
Dude,
back?
but the school system in Texas, so trash, dude. Compared to
Wait,
Minnesota.
did you go to school there at all, or were you still too little?
I think he was still too little.
Oh.
Like there's like a dress code everywhere, like in both schools in Houston and in the Valley.
Which is weird because they're so retarded over there.
Yeah. The school system's terrible, man. Like nobody does their homework. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Like I was one of the smartest ones, and I gave everybody the homework.
That's why everybody that went to Texas turned out to be so fucking like bad and trashy.
Yeah.
Dude, like there was fights all the time. Like the police would come. They would freaking like bring
This is like
the
middle
dogs.
school.
Huh?
It's like middle school.
I know.
And what was so stupid is that you had to buy like a Sea-Clear backpack.
Oh, what backpack?
Yeah.
A
Sea
Sea-Clear
Clear?
one? Like a Sea-Clear
Oh,
backpack,
yeah,
like a transparent backpack.
Yeah.
To be able to hide guns and shit.
Yeah, and every day that you would go to school, you had to pass like these police scanners.
The metal detectors.
Like these metal detectors that
Dang,
would
that's
like
bad.
completely like scan your backpacks.
What grade were you over
I
there?
was like 4th grade or something like that.
Yeah, that's so...
Imagine a fourth grader
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it was trash.
having to go to a fucking metal detector.
Yeah,
Huh?
we stayed there. We stayed there for like a year, I guess.
Yeah, here. I remember you were gone for a while sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I came back with like my head shaven, and you guys thought I was an A after.
Yeah.
Like,
And then it didn't take too long before I became myself again, right?
yeah, basically.
You came back to that
changed you
apartment. So you
back.
came back to that apartment? For
Yeah, I think.
a year?
No, I think we lived with you guys for like just like a little bit
Yeah. I think that's what
because
I
everything for us started going downhill when my dad left.
Let me restart this. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, but everything started going downhill when my dad left. You know, that's when we really struggled.
But he left at the trailer by Luis's house, no?
Yeah. And basically my dad left my mom with all the bills, right? And so my mom couldn't pay for the trailer anymore.
Dang, yeah.
So that's when we had to go to Texas. Because one of my mom's cousins that we didn't know before, said, hey, if you come down here, you know, maybe you can find some work here and stuff, and maybe the kids can go to school here and stuff.
They had a place for you.
Yeah. So we ended up staying over there. First we stayed with my tia Maria, then we went to the valley, and then we came back to Houston for like just a little bit, for like a month.
Dang.
And after that we came back to Minnesota.
Didn't we live with
We came back from Texas, and then we lived at your trailer for like a week, I think. And then
I remember that time.
we moved to that
That was
apartment complex.
when the
That's
whole.
what I was saying.
That was when the whole Family Guy Simpsons thing happened.
Yeah,
Where we would argue about which
you
was
kept
better.
wanting to watch Family Guy. We were like,
Yeah, you guys hated Family Guy. You're like, dude, it's really funny. It's really funny.
You would want us to DVR it in our kitchen.
Yeah.
That was
And then I left, and then you guys started getting into Family Guy. It's like, okay.
But that was at that time. That was when Narda was like bringing her fucking like ghetto ass friends to our trailer.
Really?
And my mom would be fucking pissed. Like,
Yeah, no, she did not like that, dude. Your mom did not like
Like,
that
what the
at
fuck?
all, dude.
yeah.
And that's when she would have a sleep over sometimes, and that's when I made out with her.
Yeah,
I guess I
your
kinda-
mom was not having any of that, dude.
What was he?
Your dad didn't really care, right? Yeah, I feel like your dad was just always there.
Well,
your dad never really
I think my dad
anything.
did care about because he cared so much about you guys. Like he didn't want to say anything, you know.
Mm.
Because my dad, it's not like my dad didn't care about stuff, you know.
Your dad's another person that I've never seen angry either.
I mean, I guess he's never really been that angry, but
Maybe that's why you guys are like that. No?
what?
Probably.
How?
Like personality wise, you guys are kind of like more like your dad.
More chill and stuff.
I have like more chill because your dad's really chill too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. My dad would have some moments where he would hit us with the belt sometimes.
Really, no way.
But it has road rage too.
Hmm?
He has pretty bad road rage.
Yeah, both.
Road trips to Texas with him is so funny.
No, plus he drives so fast, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, you drive the same.
You but your dad drives super fast.
Yeah.
Is Alfonso down?
Honestly, overall, I would say that my mom and dad were pretty even. I just think my mom got.
Yeah, I think your mom was probably a little bit more strict though.
She would just get more triggered easier
Oh, okay.
than my
You had a
dad.
shorter fuse than your dad.
Yeah, but the amount of like aggression they showed was pretty even.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, so continue. You lived in that trailer for a little bit with us, and then
we moved to that apartment complex.
I think didn't our grandma live with us for a little bit too?
Yeah, but that's at when I lived in Andrew's old house in San Francisco.
That was toward the end of my grandma's life
Yeah.
when she was sick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then after that, I don't really remember. After that, we just ended up just going to different trailers in Vista Villa.
Yeah.
Basically.
But do you know if your mom just rented places,
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. She
Right.
rented most of the time.
which we're not even supposed to do,
Yeah.
which we found out we're not supposed to do.
Well, that's just because the owners changed. Maybe when it was the other people.
And then we ended up living with Luis for a while. So just imagine how bad that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
We lived there for like a bit too.
You guys, why didn't you guys?
Because it's already 7 people in that trailer, and then we like basically just found a place to sleep.
You brought 3 more.
Why didn't you guys ever live with Sam?
I'm telling you, we were struggling that much, dude.
Yeah.
We were struggling so much to the point where we were staying at people's houses. You know?
Yeah. I remember as soon as you could work, you started.
Yeah. Well, we ended up living at Luis Castaneda for a bit, and then we went to Julia's house. And after that, we're like, you know what? Enough is enough.
No, we ended up living
With Norma too.
with Norma too.
Yeah.
And then Narda.
I think
my
Norma's the
sister.
girl that we were gonna get the trailer from.
Oh, really?
But then like my dad was like, no, it's super dirty. Like
Yeah. And after that, we just like me and my mom came to like a realization. We're like, you know
We
what?
left with Narda.
You know what? Enough is enough. We gotta get our own place. You know.
No, you also missed the apartment that we lived
Which one?
Narda with. The one right next to
Oh yeah. That one was by El Molino too, no?
that's the one with the CD
That's the
player.
one where I gave you a code breaker and busted your lip.
I'm telling you, we have moved so much to a point where I do not remember all the places we lived at, man. It's that bad.
The ones I remember are the ones where you lived alone. So you had the apartment complex after our trailer, and then was it the one by Andrew's house or was it the one by Everardo's house first?
No, it was the one by the one by Everardo's house was like pretty recent, I guess.
That was one of the later ones.
Yeah, it
Right?
was one of the later ones.
That was the one you had before the one you guys live in now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was one of the later ones for sure.
I think Sanchez's house is next.
Double
Right?
check this.
Yeah. It is Sanchez's house.
The
was
fuck?
next.
Why is this turn off? Maybe something else is going on.
You just check it. Come on.
Oh, it is the battery. Here, I can change it quick. So, we're back. What was next? So you once you finally settled down, would you say you've been living mostly, or you guys have been in that house?
Yeah.
Now for the most of the time.
Yeah, since about like 2015.
2015.
Almost 10 years now.
Yeah, almost 10 years now that we've been at that trailer.
Bought it for $1,000. It's probably worth
Yeah,
20 now.
because
Yeah,
my
it's good
Andres
house,
kind of fixed it up really good and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I remember that.
The Andres never wanted to fix our blue trailer because we never asked him to. Like my dad would ask him, but he'd be like, "No, I want them to ask me." We're like, "Fuck," we never did.
Yeah, but we lived in that brown trailer in the entrance of Vista Villa, the one that used to be Andrew Sanchez's house,
Yeah.
and that's where my grandma lived with us, and she passed away in that house too.
Oh damn.
I remember that night.
Oh, I remember that trailer.
Yeah.
I remember that night because Marco went to the bathroom.
Dude, we
do
were all watching my grandma die, and we were all kind of sad, you know. And Marco was in the doorway, and then he looked at me and Fernando, and he went to the restroom to pretend like he was gonna cry. But he said that you actually went to the restroom because you started laughing because you saw our faces or whatever. And you were like, I didn't want to laugh in front of everybody.
No, because me, honestly, like,
Seeing
sometimes when I get nervous, I just start laughing, you know?
Yeah.
But you said it was because seeing us in that situation was just so weird that you.
Yeah, because you guys were just like...
We were just like.
Because you guys are always like in a good mood, you guys are always like laughing and stuff, and I just saw you guys like super serious, just like...
Well, I mean, yeah.
And that made me laugh.
We're gonna be serious in that moment.
Yeah,
situation.
That was weird. That was
no, but the
that was weird for me. That was the first
part
time.
the part that really... The part that I started crying at was when they zipped her up.
Zipped her up and took her away.
Yeah. But I was there at her last moments. Like I was sitting at a chair next to her bed.
Yeah, we were.
And I was grabbing her hand.
Did you hear her last words?
No, she is. No, not really.
Well, she had diabetes, right?
Yeah, she had diabetes and she was going to dialysis.
That's why she died.
Yeah, and they could never regulate her blood sugar, I think. And her leg just turned black.
And now we're all pre-diabetic.
Are we? I'm not. Me and Jorge are good.
No,
I take care of myself.
We're prone to diabetes.
Yeah, no, our whole family is it.
Aren't you diabetic?
Huh?
Aren't you diabetic?
Maybe I was pre-diabetic for it, actually.
No.
But I'm good now, though. I'm good now.
Get out of that. I was.
That's the 5th time you hit my hand.
I got checked recently.
Huh?
Every time you
You're
put
good?
that, I just...
Yeah. Because I wanted to ask about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Ask about what?
Because of how huge I am.
Are you like hiding me, little?
So when I got my checkup recently, we did like all these tests.
Really? Why?
But I'm not pre-diabetic.
You're not anything, right?
I have sleep apnea.
The sleep apnea thing is like nothing though. That's just because.
What's that experience like? Because you said that you had to sleep with like a whole machine and everything, no?
I now sleep with a face mask. Except I haven't in this whole trip. And my provider messaged me today, actually. Like, we noticed we haven't been getting any diagnostics on the machine. Do you need help with anything? Like, fine, it's because they don't have distilled water here in France. So I've been able to use it.
I heard you snoring last night.
Really bad, but you
Is
just
it?
not really bad.
But last night that's actually like, I actually got good sleep.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I didn't wake up till 12:30 today.
That's good.
That's,
Yeah.
that's the latest I've stayed.
Really? Wow, man.
That because I think I was like clearing up in my nose and stuff. So.
That's actually really
But
crazy.
even when you had that moment where you were skinny not so long ago, you were still like having some sickness problems. Like you would get sick still.
Snore. Or snore or sick.
Like you still have your.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know we kind of talked a little bit about it off camera, but what have you noticed between being thinner and being a little bit more overweight?
We'll throw up a picture of him skinny. Right now. Let's see if this is over.
I'm sleepier during the day, but that's because of my sleep apnea. I think.
Really? So you just feel like more tired?
I'm just like always yawning. Yeah, tired. Out of breath, obviously, after climbing a flight of stairs.
Really?
What about your restroom trips?
tired.
Were they easier or?
I don't know.
Dude,
I don't really
something
know.
I noticed
I
like.
guess when I was getting skinny, we lived in that shade trailer, so
But you wouldn't eat just like brown rice and go on the bike the whole
right?
time, no?
Brown rice and chicken.
chicken and brown rice, and then bike for an hour. Yeah.
Bro, you know what I noticed? When we were at Itron,
That's when we were working at Itron, that's where you got really thin.
when we first started Itron, that was when I was the most unhealthy, and my fucking bowels would be terrible, dude.
Real what?
I was
My
super
my
unhealthy.
stomach.
Oh.
Like we would go wake up to go to work, and like on our way to work, my stomach would always fucking hurt. Like I would get so mad at myself. I'm like, damn it, dude. I'm gonna have to take a shit at work or like hold it until the whole day.
Yeah.
And then when I noticed when I stopped eating like a dumbass all the fucking time,
Yeah, the bathroom trips were.
I have never have issues like that anymore. Like obviously I've still been skinnier, than I am now, but like.
Yeah.
But I've never been as fat as I was when I was at Itron the first time.
Yeah, the restroom trips
Dude.
were easier.
When I noticed that when you were working at Itron, Mom always made you eat so good. Like she would always like bring you food during your lunch break, and it was always like good food.
It's like a healthy food, right?
Always healthy food, but it looked so
I
good.
remember.
Yeah, she would make like a zucchini pasta, and I would eat spaghetti.
I remember you were like the first one of all of us to have an air fryer.
Oh yeah, sure.
And
that
you were like,
changes-
you
that
guys need to
changes
get
a
an
lot.
air fryer, man.
Do it.
It's a healthier way of cooking your chicken nuggets.
No, but you put your pizza rolls in that, and it's over.
I have
Because they
been.
come out so crispy, no?
I have been using my air fryer for like pizza rolls and stuff. It's first of all, it's faster, which is awesome.
It's game changer too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't really say it's faster because it does still kind of take forever, but
you had it, like,
But you put it in there for
way
10
before.
minutes and it's
but
like
it's worth
nice.
it.
Yeah.
It really is worth it.
I feel like you guys had it when I was still in high school. Like, that's
Really?
how. That's how long ago it was.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know.
Didn't we get an air fryer when we lived at the Loon Lake house?
No, I don't
have
even
no
think they
idea.
existed at that time.
They
No, I
did.
think it was.
They definitely
It
did.
was when you had your trailer. This trailer you have now.
Yeah, that's
You
what I'm
ever-
saying.
yeah,
That's
were
the
you guys
Senate.
there? Did you guys live with us right away in that house, or would you wait a little bit?
I think we waited a little bit.
Were you guys there when we had that dog, that big dog?
Which one?
We were there after.
We adopted a dog.
We adopted like a big dog that was living with us over there.
No, but you guys were there with Salsita, no?
Yeah, we were there with Saltita, remember that?
Salsita died.
Oh,
and
we got the
adopted
dog after the Chachita because we wanted to fill the void or whatever.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah, so I think you guys moved out before we moved out.
Oh, but you guys got those awesome dogs, the Lincoln. What was the other one?
Link and Zelda.
Lily.
Whatever.
Lincoln Lily.
Lincoln Lily.
Oh, Lily.
Those are your favorite dogs, though. Out of all the pets you've had,
I think Salsa might have been one of the dogs that I missed the most or whatever. But that's because she actually died like at our house. Lincoln Lily we gave away, so we didn't. But we adopted like a big dog for like a week because we couldn't handle her. But she pissed like a lot in the living room that you guys were in. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to clean it up with like a piece of some towels and like a paint can. And I was rolling the paint can on its side, and it fucking opened in the middle of it. And a bunch of fucking blue paint spilled all over the rug.
Is that what that blue stain
Yeah.
was from?
I was like,
honestly,
fuck.
I always thought that blue stain came like before you guys lived.
Dude,
No,
every house we lived in,
we
messed
fucked up, dude, because of our dogs and shit. We sucked so bad at taking care of dogs.
And stuff like that, blue paint. Her mom would put holes in the wall.
What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
What do you mean?
Because you're acting like a freaking Chad or whatever.
Oh,
What
you're
is
saying,
it?
dude, the fucking
Mountain Dew drinker.
dude. It's not my fault. Those fucking walls are so weak. I wasn't even trying to punch it that hard. There was one time when I was playing League of Legends, and I was so mad that I lost that I walked into the hallway. And I'm like, and then I just went to the wall, and I made a hole in it. And I had to fix it. I just grabbed one of the paintings that was already there when we moved in, and I put it over the hole in the wall, and it's still there to this day. I don't even know if Tim ever found it.
What about the house that you guys used to live at by the CIS?
That's the
That house was super big, and that one was pretty creepy.
that's the Kyle
That's
house.
Kyle's.
That's a Kyle house.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the one Jose lived with us for a little bit.
Yeah, we've been. I've been there before.
We
that
also
house.
had a dog there, didn't we? A big dog. We also had a big dog there, didn't we?
I don't remember a big dog there.
Because I feel like they came for like a.
I remember Lincoln Lily there, and they
I remember that house
peed so much.
being pretty creepy.
Yeah, that's when Sergio's wedding was, and you came over. Because you were living with us, and then Bruno came, and you.
I was I never lived in that house.
No, I'm saying you came over to get ready with us or whatever.
You went with them.
Oh yeah,
To
yeah.
Sergio Garcia's wedding.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Sergio came and you made fun of him or Bruno came and you made fun of him for looking like a Mormon. So he had a white shirt and black pants. I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have come.
he did look like a woman, no?
Yeah, big time. I'm like, damn it, Bruno.
I took that picture of you, know, where you're like,
Yeah, the picture I have for my phone. That was the picture I
Yeah.
have for on my phone for him.
but I'm the one that took that, no?
Yeah, because you told me to clutch my fist to recreate it.
Dude, living in that house was so bad. The dogs would piss all over the fucking rug. We didn't give a fuck. It smelled so bad.
I don't know why you guys didn't like help us.
Where?
You never called me and your mom out on our shit, did you?
No.
Not really.
Well, it's because we live with you guys. Anytime we would say something, you guys get so mad.
No, like for like the dogs.
Dude,
for example.
I do remember there was a point where we like completely avoided you guys. Like me and Georgie, we avoided you guys.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to get yelled at.
For what?
Okay, we just didn't want to bother you.
At the house? Yeah, I
No,
remember
and my
that.
mom too. Like whenever I would try to go up, my mom was like, no, vente, come.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember.
Because my mom saw all that, you know.
Yeah.
I remember we kind of tried living separately.
Yeah, we tried living separately
Like,
for a
I
time.
really went to your guys' like the bottom side of the house.
Yeah, because obviously
You
the
guys-
kitchen was there. You know, you guys had to eat.
Yeah.
You know.
We would meet in the kitchen.
My favorite thing about the house though was the treadmill in the basement. I was always running on the treadmill.
We had a basement.
Did we?
Yeah, it was the door right next to the where the Wi-Fi router was. You know how there was that one door right in
Oh
like,
yeah,
the
we did
kitchen
have a
nobody
basement.
used.
We did have a basement because when we put the laundry back, the girl asked us if we wanted to take the treadmill, And we're like, no, you can keep it.
I was always downstairs
As a
in the
gift for
bedroom.
stealing her dryer.
What?
As a gift for stealing her dryer.
No, but my favorite memory though was the White House that you guys had by Hartley.
Yeah, that was a little.
But we were super cute. We were just like
I don't
really,
even remember.
really
That.
young.
That's when we first started watching porn. Or Girls Gone Wild.
No, but dude, that house was like really creepy for us at that time. No,
I guess, yeah.
think
Oh,
they-
the basement. The
I
basement.
think the
was so
basement
creepy.
was super scary, dude.
What we just saw any big house is creepy, no?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. Once there's a big open space and you're alone as a kid, it's scary.
Well, that one you did have a creepy encounter with some guy that knocked on the window, right? Or on the door?
No. Our parents left us alone for a little bit, and it was like rare that they left us alone in that house because we were so young in the house, and we were upstairs. We were upstairs, like in the upstairs living room, which you could see like the stairs that led downstairs, and there was like a light in the stairway.
What year must have that have been?
Probably like 2003, 2002.
Do you think so?
Yeah, because in 2004,
2000 maybe, no, 2001, something
yeah,
around there.
I think 2004 is when we moved to the trailer, just Sevilla for the first time. Anyways, they left us alone, and we were in the living room upstairs, and then we saw the light turn on in the stairway, and our parents were gone still, you know. So we're like, what the fuck, you know, who turned on that light? So we went to go check, and there was nobody down there. And then we went back. We turned it off again. We turned it off. We went back upstairs and turned on again. And we thought we were both playing pranks on each other, you know, like what the fuck is doing this? And then we turned it off again. Or maybe we got too scared that time and we just kind of went to our rooms. And then it wasn't until later that our parents came back, and we just never know what it was to this day. Like we just,
Really?
yeah.
Dang.
I think that's what it was that you're talking about.
Wait, what?
Some guy never came to our house. What?
No, didn't you say like some guy knocked on the door or on the window?
No, that was Marco's thing.
What?
Oh yeah, I think that was my thing.
You always get that mixed up with me. That happened to me.
Yeah, but I was so small. I don't really remember that.
Marco. Apparently, when Marco was a kid, he would love looking out the window.
Yeah,
through the blinds and
at
stuff?
the last room.
He would love putting the blinds down and looking out the window.
Yeah.
And one time he did that. He put the blinds down, and there was a guy staring back at him.
Yeah. He was like staring
Oh my.
at the window, just kind of like that, you know. But he clutched. I'm gonna put this down for a minute.
Okay.
He clutched his hands like this.
Oh.
Dude, that's
So
terrifying.
he was looking
It scared
scared.
the hell out of
And
me,
ever
dude.
since then, Marco never looked out the window again.
But I was alone. You know what I mean? I was alone in that room. I freaking ran. I ran to go get my dad, I think. And when we both came back, he wasn't there anymore.
And then they
But they saw his footsteps in the snow.
Yeah,
Because it
that's
was
it.
during the winter.
They went outside and looked.
That's so
And,
terrifying.
And then your dad's like, "Stay here. I'm gonna get some milk."
Yeah, pretty much.
Just kidding.
Pretty much, but yeah. I was so young at that point. I don't really remember.
yeah, no, Narda would be the one that told us that story.
Yeah.
And which is always kind of risky with Narda
Yeah.
because we don't know if it's true or not. But no,
Yeah,
it's true, yeah.
but that house, the one that I'm talking about, I was always so scared at the rooms upstairs
The room's upstairs, yeah.
because there was a room that was like a triangle.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's the room where we would put like the blankets over us
Yeah.
and we would crawl
Yeah.
and we would turn the lights off. Remember that?
Dude, there,
I only remember sliding down the stairs with the mattress.
What game was that though?
it was like something in the graveyard. Ghost in the
Ghost in the
Graveyard.
Yeah,
Graveyard.
Ghost in the Graveyard or something.
we had another
we would
name
play
for
it all
it.
the time.
But it was that game. My mom used to have, or we used to have like a camcorder.
I was really scared of that room, dude, for some reason.
Yeah. Well, for that upstairs area, we used to have like a camcorder that we would use, you know, or my mom would use or whatever. But I was still like a little kid, like really little, probably like Ace's age or something. Irving's kid.
Yeah, I was in pre-K at that house.
And-
we were like super young.
I
Dude,
don't remember
at that time.
anything.
And my mom, I went to go sleep at Jose's house for a little bit. He used to live like in
Yeah.
a trailer. And my mom would be at the house alone with Fernando when my dad was at work, and she was upstairs and she was recording him with the camcorder. And I didn't look at this tape till way later, like when I was like 11 or something.
You still have those?
What?
You still have those?
I don't know if I still have those ones specifically, but I had them back when I was 11. Anyways, I remember seeing her record Fernando when she was a baby, and she was upstairs alone. And like she like reacted to something, so she like pointed the camera towards like the doorway, and she kind of like looked, and she said something in Spanish like, "Oh, there's nothing there or whatever," and she like turned it off. But I was like that was kind of creepy, you know.
But you know what I was scared of in particular?
What?
There was like this like Jesus painting or this Jesus frame.
Oh, it was in the basement?
No, it was at the very top room.
Oh, really? That's probably something like my grandma put up or something.
Yeah, but it was just kind of creepy. I don't know.
A picture or a cross?
No, it was a picture. It was
Like a portrait?
A picture of Jesus.
Like a portrait or something?
Like a portrait of Jesus, yeah.
Wait, Jesus.
Yeah, wait, Jesus. That was just kind of creepy to me for some reason.
Oh, what do you guys think? Should we wrap it up or what?
Huh?
Should we wrap it up?
We can keep going. I don't care.
It's already been an hour and a half.
Really?
Has it really? Damn.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Well, we can wrap it up if you want, then I guess.
Any last things you want to say though before we, George? You got anything to plug?
George, what's your France experience been like so far? In a brief.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Brief statement.
I've been enjoying it here, especially with the whole family here.
Yeah.
Other than the old man, but
I was gonna say the whole family.
well,
Has he
I
been?
mean,
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna let.
whatever we have, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, let's go.
I've been enjoying most of it.
How do you feel like there's not that like many good food here?
Oh, I hate the food here. I want to go home.
That's the
Well,
one
it's
thing.
just that the problem with the food here is that it's just not like
I want to make
back
chicken.
home, you know.
It's not American, yeah.
Yeah, it's just not really American. That's the problem. Like it's like.
I want to make chicken.
You can
Like
get.
if you want to go to Burger King, you have to go super far. If you want to go to McDonald's, you have to go super far. It's just,
I guess I wasn't that hopeful though. Because what it really is French cuisine, you know? You always hear of like Italian or Chinese or Mexican.
Well, I always thought French cuisine was like
Baguettes.
ducks,
it
like,
is. I mean, this
like
what it is.
escargot, which I haven't seen at all yet.
That's more like in Paris.
French cuisine, I think of more like bread and desserts.
Bread
I'd
and
say.
desserts.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
Cheese, a lot of cheese.
It is what it is.
I just didn't think that we would eat this many vegetables.
It's good to eat vegetables every once in a while.
Not every single day, though.
Fresh out the garden.
Is that why? Is that
This place has so many cows over there too. It's fresh.
is that why we
fresh
haven't
beef.
seen one fat French person yet?
I mean, of course,
What do you mean,
they
dude?
do exist.
I saw him at the wedding.
Oh, that's true.
There's like one guy who was like gut was so huge that his button shirt was popping out already.
That's true. There is a couple of like
What the?
overweight.
With youngsters.
These youngsters.
Should we get a quick shout out like the outside so people actually know that
Yeah,
we're
okay.
from France?
Just look at some of the French scenery.
See, this is a podcast we're filming. Just go over here, and you can see. Oh fuck! It's kind of like bright. But, oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh no! Yeah, let me turn this down quick. See out there? I mean, I guess you can't really tell it's France. It's just trees, but we are in France. All right, everybody. Time to somebody sign us off.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening in on part 2 of the France special. Catch us again at part 3. Coming to you
Part
soon.
3 is coming up next.
Des yeux qui font baisser les miens, un rire qui se perd sur sa bouche, voilà le portrait sans retouche